Alright, what is up you guys? Today is going to be a very special day. This day is going to be absolutely mental. We are going to be playing with TNT, and no, you are probably thinking, Sub, why would you be playing around with TNT? That is not the least bit safe. Well, I know that, and that will not matter, because we all know that I am Sub-Zero, and I will not get myself hurt. Around here we only get hurt a teeny tiny bit, and we just bear the pain, because we are real men. And women, of course. Cannot forget the women in the audience. So as I am just looking around here how we can blow this golem thing up, you should notice that I am wearing new shoes. Totally irrelevant to the game that we are playing, but I got myself some new shoes. But moving on with the game. So what we have to do is just blow up the golem and such that the game spawns in with around 1 million freaking TNT. Now this would not be as easy if I did not have a master's degree in demolition and such. Yes kids, go to school. Now it may not look like something with high-tech security right now, but once I am done with all of the building and construction, then you will be able to see that no one thief will be able to storm into my house and steal stuff. That is just how good I am at this, and that is just something that I like to do. I like to prove people wrong, and that is just the thing that I am going to be doing around here. Now let me quote you this from a book called Walden, written by Henry David Thoreau, and he says, and I quote, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them." So I feel like I have always been the one that was building castles in the air. Now need it be that I did that around here in Minecraft or Roblox or just in my head, that does not really matter. The essence of this quote is the fact that he says that you need to put the foundations underneath those air castles, and that will make sure that they become a reality. So the foundations are the hard work that one were to put in when doing something like that. Now I will be the one who is going to put the foundations underneath of my castles in the air. I am going to make sure that no one can mess around with the Sub-Zero Exabyte the Great anymore, and they will all regret every crossing me. Now let's close this up with this fine roof thing right here and choose ourselves a little nice closure that I am not going to be saying out loud, of course, for security reasons, duh. And now with all of that said and done, we should not be able to get in through this roof here. And would you look at that, we did it boys. This is stage 1 of my super awesome security project that is like going to be super awesome. I mean, I would not think that it would be anything less than awesome, just because, you know, I mean, come on people, take a look at me and you would see that I am just here to rule the world. I mean, I am not here to rule the world, just ignore the fact that I even said that, but I am here to rule over anyone who is trying to break the rules. I am a rule enforcer, as you would say. Or you know, I could just do all of it for the fun. Alright, so guys, please forgive me right now for what I am doing with this place here, because I literally have no idea what I am doing right now. This is just some on the fly thinking right here, because I literally have no idea how to use all of this. So if you have any sort of tips and tricks for me, well, that will always be welcome, of course. But right now I do not really have enough time to go look for some tutorials, because I will really need to make sure that no one finds me in this hole. I mean, no one will find me, right? I told that guy to just go away a couple of minutes ago, so I hope that he respects that instead of following me or coming back with like a group of guys or something, because I usually get intimidated pretty quick and I am like a turtle. I will need a shell so that I can hide in there, and right now I do not have a shell, so this is basically my shell right now. I will have to make sure that I can get through this, otherwise I will not have my shell for whenever more people show up, and then, well, that means that it is time to panic for me. But I am sure that I can manage all of this. Now of course, with all of the first wave equipment being placed down, I will just make sure that I can close up the golem right here so that I am not going to get anyone in my back, because I am not that well protected right there, and I am already breaking the bank on this equipment in the front, so I really do not have any type of currency or something like that left to also protect my house from the back. But that does not matter, since I am in a little bit of a beach which will cover my back right there. And then, now you may have noticed that I said something about this being my first wave equipment. Well, yes, this is very true, because I will be going to build my own version of the second wave equipment, even though I am not yet sure what I am going to be using for that. But what I do know is that I am going to need something good for it, something that will make the trespassers think twice about what they are about to go do. So let's see what I can actually come up with to finish this right away. So what would you guys come up with? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, maybe one day you will be able to do the same things as I do. So that was no success, but we cannot quit now. We will fight on. We will battle the real iron golem, by giving these dudes a so-called bomb over. So since the first try with the Herobrine did not turn out as planned, we will have to try again and maybe another time, and maybe we will not be done until bedtime. Who knows? Anything can happen in the next 13 minutes, and that is just the way we like it. And of course we all like to blow stuff up, but that is besides the point. So if my calculations are correct, which they are, more TNT will equal more explosive power, and that will lead to more damage to the Wither. I feel like such an anarchist when doing stuff like this. Just a little innocent rioting, we can do whatever we want, and that again is just the way we like it. So the hard part about this kind of ordeal would be destroying the Wither as well. The area around him will be no big deal, but the collateral damage that we will have to do to get that son of a gun down will be high. But at least if we get a lot of TNT, that will not be a big deal after all. So now most of the TNT that we will be needing should all be in place. And then a last check, and we will blow this thing up like a fried turkey gone bad video. So that looks like quite the success. Or was it? Wait, did this not count? The guy is literally gone. Like there is nothing left but this little pile of dirt. You have got to be kidding me. I want to talk to the manager. Oh wait, he actually ended up surviving. Well, that is just not the way that I wanted this to go, I know that for sure. But I suppose we do not have a manager around? Alright, that will not matter one bit, because like I said earlier, we will try again until we make it work. So with some slight adjustments, this golem, including the dirt pile, will be going sky high in a couple of seconds. Well, we should have most things figured out right about now, and so we can move on to the next stage, which will be the killing the actual golem. And this will be important, because it will connect the chain reaction. So we got to have that going. But now we should be moving on to the last stage shortly, after a last check to make sure that everything is in place where we want it to be. And then we are ready to go, moving on to level 3, which will include even more explosives. In total probably around the number 1 million. But then again my calculations might be off a couple of TNT bars. Time to get your hype on. We are turning it on inside, and then we will have to make sure that we get out of the explosion area before all of these go off. And that sounds easier than it actually is. So we should have it out of the way now. And oh my god, are you kidding me? I was just thinking about that Herobrine guy, and I have no idea how many times I had to make him explode until he stayed away. I mean twice? Really? I have no idea how that did not turn out just straight up perfect. We did everything right. We even got the explosives on top, but the guy is still partially intact. But why are you doing this to me? Okay, so maybe if we change it up just a little bit. The last 2 tries were really coordinated and stuff. So how about we just put some TNT around and hope for the best? Maybe that problem we encountered with the guy himself will solve itself if we add some randomness to the equation. Now everything that we are doing is all without any mods. I know that you guys might be concerned about that, but you do not have to worry. All of this is totally legit. If this does not destroy it, then we will have to check a whole different route. Then we will have to get back to the drawing board. And please go kaboom this time. Wait a second, just give it some time. And again we are faced with the harsh reality of blowing stuff up. It definitely is fun, but the science behind it is where these details are hiding. How about we just try to get the pressure as high as possible inside of him or something, and try to fill that thing up like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Make mama proud, please. I know you can do it. And of course we are faced with defeat, but I cannot let this hold me back. I will not stand for it any longer. The sky will be blown up. Even if it kills me, then I would die with my dignity in my back pocket. That is where I keep it. It is safe there. No one checks the back pocket, do they? I really do not think so. I do not even wash my pants anymore. I am scared that my dignity gets wet, and then I will have to put it in rice overnight. That is really not a fun experience. I do not know what the actual struggle is with this guy, but we will get to it. Do not worry. Now let's just hope that we can get to the next part in a little bit of a quick manner, because I am about to pop an egg right here because of this waiting. Oh my god, I need more me time, and I do love me time, you guys. But that was enough me time because we have a lot more things to go through, and I do not want to get all repetitive to you guys when it comes you my content, because my content is always very original and non-clickbait like, so I do not want you guys to start thinking any less of me right now. There is just too much at stake when it comes to the channel and to the people and you guys, and I am not about to throw all of that away just because I am starting to become lazy. Well, let me tell you this then, because I am not lazy, nor will I ever become lazy. Okay, never mind, I might actually be like very lazy, but that does not matter because there is just a lot of stuff that I have to do, so there is just no time to be lazy around these days anymore. So this sub is changing from a lazy dude to an awesome dude, and there is nothing that you can do about this. But I am not mad at that. And the only reason why I am not mad at that is because I am going to be a changed man from now on. I am not just going to cast out all the people that come to me for my experienced help and such. No, I am going to change them by changing myself and my outlook on said people. So I will be getting some stuff together, and by stuff I mean explosives, and I am going to make sure that this hero Brian does not have anything to do with getting my house blown up by turning him into a pulp. That is pretty good, right? That is one way to put myself on the map again, right? I mean, I am just a freaking mastermind right now. There is no one that can beat me, I can tell you that much. I am pretty much the best destroyer out here, and I am not letting that be taken away from me because I am the only Sub-Zero exabyte out here, and I am ready to freaking rumble, kids. I will not let this hero Brian guy get all of the attention when I deserve all of the attention and not him at all, alright? And of course he will not get me. Well, I do no longer stand for anything like that. So I will be making this my personal mission to keep these guys out, and I will be the one to do it right now. At this exact moment I am willing to go through the dirty work by building the booby traps myself so that I can make sure that they are all set up just right. And with that said, I think that we are actually almost done with this one, but just hold on, because once I am done with these I am ready to go construct my ultimate plan of extreme death. Yeah, I know that I might still have to work on that name a little bit, but that should be all alright. So like I said, right now I am willing to do all of this myself with just a little bit of redstone knowledge and a whole lot of elbow grease. And that is of course a metaphor, but like I said, this is something that I will have to do to save my sanity, and I am the one who is going insane. So if I want to be the one to save it, then I have got to be the one who does all of that as of right now. And we should be right about done right now. And it is looking darn fine, my dear boys and girls. It is looking rather darn fine. I mean, come on, there is no way that a noob will suspect anything of this to be some kind of foul play. But with that said, we are back at the trap life right now. My new trap, of course. I do not think that I even have to make that clear to you right now. But it is time to launch Operation Death to the Family. And yes, I have stolen that name from a Batman comic. But that is alright, because right now the project that I am starting will be something else. This will actually be something that the Joker would install in his own home just to mess with the people around home. And right now I cannot blame him for doing that. I mean, these guys, and by guys I mean the noobs, have been messing with me for way too long, and I am just done with it. So if you think that this plan of mine might be a little too radical, then I would like to hear your opinion, but I am doing it anyway because it is my home and I can do with it whatever I want. And I want this to happen now. Of course, all of that is what I am doing is just an advice. You do not have to take advice, it is just there to guide you through your life and maybe help you make a decision. But do not forget that advice is just that, advice. It is some sort of way to help you make your decision. It is not there to make the decision for you. So the same goes for me right now. I am here, but I am not letting anything that has happened today affect me. I will just continue on, just like the brick wall that I talked about the other day. That brick wall might be there, but you can always climb it. The ones who think that you cannot climb it, they will never be strong enough to actually climb it. So I will stop boring you guys with advice and poems, but I will rather just fight on to live another day right now. Unlike the noobs that actually will enter this place right here, so that way we can make sure that they are not bothering me anymore. I am actually hoping that my super trap right here is much like the Death Star, and that it will become the most feared weapon of all time right now. That would make my day. Now let's hope that they will never be coming back here ever again, nor his friends or whatever. So I am going to start with all of these tools that I handpicked for the specific job just back there. And I am going to be installing some more traps and fences and stuff. You know, just some more security stuff, I guess that you would call it. And if there is one thing that I do not like, then it will be getting caught in the back with my eyes looking the other way, which would be pretty normal when someone is coming around from the back. But you know, that is all just metaphorically speaking. I am going to be loving every freaking second of this, and that will be all of it today. Now alright, my master plan is going to go into full effect right away right now. I am going to make sure that everything is gone right when he gets back home. Although I have not seen the guy ever since I got here, which to me is a little bit fishy, of course, but I am just going to let that fly for right now, because I think that this thing should be golem proof. But still, I am hoping that I will never actually have to use this again, but you can, and that is why I made this video. So take care and use all of these tips with caution.